Hello Gemini, and welcome to your Triple Cross reading for the month of March 2018. You can use this reading for your sun, moon, and rising signs, and some months you might identify more with your rising or moon sign instead of your sun sign. So if you know your signs, please do check those videos out for more clarity at this time. Also keep in mind that these are general readings, so naturally there'll be some messages that resonate more than others. And that's normal because there's lots of Geminis out there in the YouTube community. All right, with all that said, I'm very excited to read for our sign as always, as I am a Gemini sun. So this reading will definitely apply to me. All right, so down the center we have the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Lover's card. Crossing or supporting that, we have the 6 of Swords, and this is a crossing card. All right, so first off, we have appeared in our reading in a major arcana. So this is always a good sign for me. It's gonna, well, as a tarot reader, it always tells me personally that the zodiac sign in question, if they appear in the reading, it's always a good thing. But if it's their major arcana card, it's even better. So whatever this month throws your way, you got this. So just keep that in mind. All right, so I am loving this energy, these 3 cards here. It's just so supportive. It's so wonderful for manifesting, especially when it comes to dealing with things with ease. When it comes to your creativity and your ideas, it's all going to be heightened for you. And this is a time for you to maximize because it could bring about a lot of wealth. Now, there is a lot of support here when it comes to your family because besides being a wealth or money card, Pentacles, especially the 10 for me, always denotes family or people that you consider very, very valuable. It's a very stable card, so there's a lot of your foundation feels like it's very solid, very stable, and there is a very healthy sense of trusting yourself, of believing in yourself and your abilities and your ideas, especially because we are dealing with wands. But there is a sense here, crossing this beautiful trio, you do have a an energy of the past, of either revisiting the past too much. We are going to be entering into a Mercury retrograde. So some of you might either be having thoughts of the past, or the past will actually come back, or situations that were similar that you have already dealt with in the past. So the thing here is to not get caught up in whatever it was that happened. It doesn't necessarily have to manifest again because you've learned from these situation or these people. So if you do have a chance here to reconnect with someone from the past, just make sure that this is a person that is supporting you with the 10. It's a person that is bringing about a sense of newness to your life. Like, it's not just going to be repeating old patterns, repeating old things that didn't work out in the past. Then if that is the case, the past is best to just be left in the past where it belongs. So it will vary for a lot of you Geminis, whether or not you want to let this situation or person back into your life, or if it's just thoughts of the past, then, you know, it's normal. When our planet Mercury that governs us goes into retrograde motion, it's natural to cycle back to the past or to worry about things from the past. Now, in your root area, we have the 9 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you have definitely put in a lot of work, a lot of effort in the work front. And if it's not work, it's just putting a lot of effort into feeling more confident within yourself and your abilities. The energy here, especially with the 7 and the 9, is very, very personal. And because of that, it's a good time to focus on yourself, your goals, and your foundation. Now, for some of you dealing with taxes, because we are in tax season in North America, you could be missing a detail here. So when you do when you're adding up bills or what have you, or just going over things in general, if it's not taxes, just make sure that you're not skipping details either because you're tired or your mind is somewhere else. Because yes, when Mercury is in retrograde, we might let a little detail, a little thing here escape our attention. So just make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's. Now, in the same fashion, it's going to be crucial for you to look out for your valuables so that you don't lose anything, or if there's a person that might be a little bit dubious here, they might try to steal something from you. This has not happened, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to manifest. It's just a word to the wise, right? Forewarned is forearmed. So because it hasn't happened yet, it doesn't necessarily need to manifest. I use the tarot as a way to have a GPS, to know if it's gonna rain, well, bring your umbrella and then you're fine. So it's just a way for us to be able to get the best outcome for the energy that is available to us. And right now there is a sense here of maybe losing valuables or missing something when it comes to your financial situation, missing anything when it comes to adding up bills or taxes or everything that I mentioned before. Now, for those Geminis dealing with an earth sign such as a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, their energy, and if it's not those signs, it could just be someone that you hold in high regard, or that you value, someone that you really do care for. Their energy could be a little bit more reserved. They could be pulling back their energy or their time or resources that they normally do to you. And if that's the case, just let them be. Now, if you are feeling like there is a sense here of this person not being totally upfront and totally honest with you, it's best that you let this situation go with the Six of Swords here. Why do I connect these? Because they are from the sword suit. They're from the same suit. So they have appeared in conjunction, like near each other. So it's best to let them go if you do feel like someone is not being totally upfront either with their finances or with the things that they say to you. Now, in your recent past, we have the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Pentacles, and Ace of Pentacles. So, all right, I relate to this energy so much because a lot of us Geminis could have had a little bit of a sickness bout, because the 10 here always denotes sickness, or can denote sickness rather, for me as a tarot reader. And we are talking about valuables, and health is definitely essential. So just be mindful of that. Take care of yourself, nourish yourself. Try to take as much time and space things out when it comes to the work front. And this is exactly applicable to me because I have been a little bit under the weather, hence why this reading did not come out on the 1st. So I'm just doing my best to play catch up and try to do as much as I can now that my meds have kicked in. I have a little bit of a cold. But if it's you are a healthy Gemini and you have not had this bout of illness, then congrats, that's awesome. I do see this trio as maybe you not seeing the growth that you would like in the things that you hold of high regard, and definitely it could be your financial situation. But Don't fret, don't worry, don't think woe is me with the Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords could be, in its most negative, playing the Martyr card. So just hold off, be patient with the Seven of Pentacles, because the situation can change and will change, because there's going to be new opportunities for you to bring in more abundance into your life. So things can change, just be patient and also be prudent. Try to hold off on making big spending throughout this time, because if you are, you could be needing this money later on for a rainy day. So just be mindful with your money throughout this month of March. Now, in your crowning position, we have the King of Wands, the Magician, and the Eight of Cups. So anything in your life that has not felt like it is bringing you emotional rewards, or isn't fulfilling you totally emotionally, or isn't bringing about a sense of passion in you anymore, because we do have a Wands card here and the King of Wands at that, which to me is the most passionate. So if you're not feeling the love, if you're not feeling that sense of being ignited, or a sense of feeling like you are in control of the situation with the Magician, or in control of yourself for whatever reason, that situation that might be too overly passionate or overly emotional, passionate and emotional, now is the time to change it. You can either abandon it, it's something that I have already mentioned here, but you definitely should, if it's something that comes in cycles, it comes and goes, and never actually materializes the way that you hope that it would. So why do I say that it's best to release it? Because this is an energy of pulling back. A lot of people read the Eight of Cups as walking away. I don't necessarily read it as that so much so, but I do in this case, just because we do have an 8 and we do have the 6 of Swords, which is just pulling back. So, and why you should is because the situation or this person could be robbing you of your vitality, of your energy. And for other Geminis out there, you could also be having a wonderful opportunity to travel. And if you do have the resources available to you, or the situation presents itself, take it, because it will bring you a sense of greater autonomy, of feeling more in charge, more in control, and it could give you the opportunity to connect with important people. Why do I say that? Because we have the King of Wands with the Magician, so it's definitely people climbing up the ranks, or people that could even be famous at that. So it's just important people that you should be connecting with. And these people could be a fire sign, like a Leo, an Aries, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, in your future position, we have the Seven of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. All right, so for all of my single Geminis out there, I have good news. There will be opportunities for you to choose between multiple partners or multiple people that are fancying you. And if that's not the case, you might be fancying several people and you don't know who to choose. Try to go for whoever is giving you a sense of ease, of that, like, you don't have to prove yourself too much to them, to him or her. Now, if you are coupled, you might feel like you want things to move in more quickly. Like you want things to just happen in the way or the time frame that suits you best. However, I'm going to warn you because we are in a Mercury in retrograde, and I have my Mercury in Gemini rather, and I do suggest, if you know your astrology chart, make sure that even if you are Gemini sun, where is your Mercury in your chart? My Mercury is in Gemini. So being a Sun Gemini and a Mercury Gemini, I definitely always feel when Mercury goes into retrograde, because we do have a little bit of more trouble either speaking, expressing ourselves, or making sure that you are not misunderstood. So make sure that you express yourself clearly towards your partner, and also that you guard the way that you say things, because they could feel like you maybe could have sugar-coated it a tad. So it's going to be easier for you to bring about the change or the things that you want from your partner when you come at them in a loving, clear, and vulnerable way. I say vulnerable because we do have the 7 and the 2 of Cups here, and Cups card denote emotions. And the 2 for me always talks about heart. So just open up, and if you just want to make sure that your message is understood, just say like, you know what I mean, right? Just check in with him or her and make sure that there's no misunderstandings between you. Now, in your ego position, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. You have appeared in your reading once again. I love this. It doesn't matter if you are a male. Kings and queens in general readings are interchangeable for me. And what I see here, the theme besides communication, will be paying attention to your health with the 5 of Pentacles, and your finances, because we do have 2 cards of coins of the Pentacle suit. So that will be a focal point throughout this transit. So you should be able to have a sense of clarity when it comes to your financial situation and your health. So if you are feeling ill, or if you have not been exercising, or you have been feeling like low of energy, try to make sure that you nourish yourself, that you look after your body, that you do try to make time for exercise and meditation, and balance out your diet. And if this is a financial thing for you, an example of something you could do is sell your valuables on the internet, like eBay, for example, or put things up on Craigslist, or try to make an appointment with a financial advisor so that you take control over this situation, because you have appeared in your reading twice now, in the ego and in the central position. Also here, but I mostly like seeing when signs come up in the center and the ego, and we have appeared in both. So definitely we have more control than we think. It's just a matter of being proactive. Now, in your environment, we have the 5 of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. So, all right, there could be now I understand why I keep talking about communication and misunderstandings, especially here in your future position, because there could be a misunderstanding with someone that you love. If it's not someone that you love, it's just a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or this could be a fire sign like an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And there could be a sense here of the possibility to make peace, to make this situation just to let bygones be bygones, really. That's what I mean to say. So why do I say that? Because for me, the 5 of Cups is always the 2 of Cups in disguise. Why? Because if you look at the image of the Rider-Waite tarot deck, the traditional Rider-Waite deck that we or most tarot readers know, you'll see that there's 3 cups that have spilled, but there's 2 in the forefront that are still standing. So that denotes emotion, that denotes a relationship that still has potential and still has legs. There's still emotion there. There's still something connecting the 2 of you. And the 2 of Cups has appeared right next to the 5. So that to me tells me that there is a sense here of, if you want to go down that road of making peace with these people or a person, because it could just be aspects of the same person, and trying to make sure that the things that were said, that you come to an understanding of where you were coming from, and that you also in turn understand where they were coming from. Now, if this person is not ready to meet you where you are, don't lower your energy or vibration for anybody. Don't lower your standards for anybody. It's important that you know when to walk away and when to make peace and welcome people back into your life. Now, in your hopes and fears area, we have the 7 of Wands, the Moon card, and the Pope or the Hierophant. So, these here are fears, Gemini, and the fears are of having to conform to what is expected of you, either by society or family or in the work front. Try not to fight. Try not to go against the tide just to go against the tide. If you can't communicate with these people and you can't, try to find a balance between their needs and your own. That would be ideal, but if that's not possible, don't try to fight too hard. Remember that the people that yell or prove their point to a fault kind of already lost the argument. Like, there's no need to fight for who you are and for what you need. Ask for what you need. Try to find balance with all of your relationships, but there is no need here to be either aggressive about it. And I say all this because the Knight of Swords is connected to this energy because it has appeared right next to it. So just know that you don't have to fight. Don't fight it. Just do you. If people don't understand you for whatever reason, that's fine. That's on them. You don't need to be like, well, I'm this way because of this and this and that. No, it's fine. Just go on your merry way. Let them be, and just fulfill your needs. But if you can manage it, try to find the balance and try to meet people halfway. But like I said, don't lower your standard for anyone. Now, in your outcome position for the month of March, we have the 8 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So if you were hoping for things to move quickly, let me tell you, by the end of the month, they definitely will. And things will develop so fast that it will be wise for you to conserve your energy at the beginning and midway through the month, because you are going to need it. Because you are going to have a lot of opportunity here to bring in more abundance. Like I said, remember, don't worry about your finances, because you are going to have opportunities to catch up when it comes to your finances. And you will have the opportunity as well to shine in the work front. And why will you shine? Because you're going to be paying attention to detail. And now I understand why I kept telling you to pay attention to your valuables. And when I connect this to these, because it is coins, it's pentacle, suit, cards, they connect and they say, if you are diligent and if you pay attention to detail, you will be recognized and you might even get a pay increase. So why not? You could also be having, if you are a Gemini that has children, because pages denote children, they could be needing a lot of your energy, a lot of your time, a lot of your effort. They just need a lot from you by the end of the month. Now, if you are dealing with a fire sign, and some of you are definitely dealing with a fire sign because we have the King, the Page, and the Knight of Wands. All you're missing is the Queen, and then you have all the Wands court cards here. So if you are dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, the relationship between you could definitely pick up. A lot of stuff could be coming at the both of you, and they could be helping you when it comes to your creativity, your ideas, and your finances or your work. And if it's not those signs, this person is just someone that is very, very passionate. They're very feisty, fiery, and they have a sense of childlike wonder because they have appeared as, by the end of it, a Page of Wands. All right, Gemini, that's the end of your reading. I hope that this has been of help to you and has brought about a guide for you to better manifest with the energies that are available to you throughout this period. If you feel like it has been of help to you, you can support my channel by subscribing, giving me a thumbs up, or sharing this video with someone else that might need to hear these messages. I have also just recently opened a donate button on my website. I've had some messages from people letting me know that they do want to support my channel, but they're unable to afford private readings at this time. So if you feel called to donate, any denomination is welcome, and I'd like to thank you for that. Now, if you'd like a private reading with me, you can visit tripletarot.com. I would love to read for you. Also, if you are on Twitter or Facebook, do follow me on those social media platforms, because I will be posting some future announcements and promotions on those two social media platforms there. All right, Gemini, I am wishing you a very beautiful month. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.